All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for what is it today? It is a Thursday, a full Friday, December 30th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by hockeypicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Sign up today and follow the top scores each and every day right here at hockeypicks.com. And let's take a look who our leader is, and it's still Musco. Ed Drake at 836, Gary Unger at 826, and there's Mags from Montreal at 821. And those are your top three pickers right now at hockeypicks.com. Folks, you can follow their selections along with my selections each and every day. If you want to follow my picks, look for, let me see here, go to top pickers. Look for the old Hall Olympic logo right here. Look for Ron Raymond, Ronnie Ray, and you can see I got 5 cups. Oh, Louis Lovett got in the cup last night, so I got company in the 5-cup top shelf awards here. So Louis Lovett, congratulations. In fact, let me take a look last night. Any honor roll members? Yeah, sure enough, Louis Lovett, Harold Lakin, and Yoda got a cup last night. In fact, let me see what games were on last night that I missed. I missed Anaheim. Vancouver was hot, and New Jersey. I went with Buffalo. I went against the grain right there, and you can see it 4-2 night. All right, also, bballpicks.com. You can follow the top scorers each and every day. If you like basketball, Colorado native Robert S. at 966. That's a pretty good record right there. Eddie O from Montreal at 823, and Ron T39. And those are, I think it was the same 3 leaders that we've had yesterday. And folks, if you want to follow my picks each and every day, you go to the same procedure. Go to, let me see here. You can follow my picks by going to any of the top rows right here. Most followed or top scouts. Let me see. Look for the Jordan logo. And then you can click on the follow my picks. And you can see yesterday I went 5-2. Let's see what I had yesterday. I lost with, obviously, Indiana. That was a loss. In Boston. You know, I was looking at that Boston game last night. And I was looking this morning at the some of the starting lineup. And when you don't have Jason Tatum, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the top 5 scorers of the Boston Celtics are Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Dennis Schroeder, Al Horford, and Marcus Smart. And yesterday's starting lineup for the Boston Celtics was Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Robert Williams III, Al Horford, and Marcus Smart. Now, the first 5 players that I mentioned, they accumulate, or they represent 81.2% of the average scores for the Celtics this year. And last night, look at that. What a drop-off. 56%. So a big drop-off of, 25% when you talk about the player production. And this is why it's really important to look at the starting lineup. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe I'll have to check that out later. But yeah, player production plays a huge role. And so you want to check that out. All right, could you do college football games first, says Gloria K. Yeah, we got that on the schedule today. We'll do some college football, and we will get to that. And so B-Ball Picks, hockeypicks.com, and that's where you can follow my picks along with other members right there at those 2 websites. All right, folks, good morning. How you doing? My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based here out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It is December 30th. It's an overcast day here in Ottawa. It's about -2 degrees in the nation's capital. So it's, you know what? It's just like Groundhog Day every day. Every day I wake up, I tell my wife it's like trying to make the donuts, or it feels like Groundhog Day. Hey, I feel like Bill Murray's going to knock on my door one day. Ned? Remember that movie? That was a pretty good one. So, yeah, you can find me each and every day right here at the ATSstats.com website, or you can follow my videos on the YouTube channel if you go to the Raymond Report. And let me see here. What else we got? If you want to learn about the Raymond Report, you can see right here ATS tutorials. Go to tools, go to ATS tutorials, and I got some videos if you want to look and learn about the Raymond Report sports betting system. And I'm going to work on a new, yesterday going for a walk with Natalie and Rusty, I said, I got to come up with some type of marketing material about the Raymond Report. And she had a good idea. She says, call it the GPS of sports betting, right? Where you're directing people with the value, percentage play, and the performance cycles, and also the money management system. Well, incorporate the money management system that we've developed here, the MVI. If you go to the daily MVI, you can see here that the sports betting, let me see here. Let me go to NBA. This is a great tool for money management system, and I'm going to work on a new system I'm going to develop to show you when to bet 1 unit, 2 units, 3, 4, and 5 units using this system, and we'll get to that. All right, good morning, Breakfast Club. Let's say good morning to the people who are at the show each and every day. And there's Johnny Presco. Hello, Coach. Blue Horseshoe loves North Carolina over South Carolina in college football today. The network's in the house. How you doing, Mizzou? Good morning, Breakfast Club. And took another blow yesterday. Time to bounce back. Give me the pearl, says the network. Isaiah Moore's in the house. How you doing, Isaiah? Hopefully the back's all right. I know Isaiah's normally he'll text us from his chiropractor, who's a former Calgary Stampeder. And who else is in the house there? We got the sniper from the Peg. Hey, hope you're warming up there in the Winnipeg. I don't know, what is it today? Minus 30 today in Winnipeg. Let me see. Who else is in the house here? We got Brent Vienny. Good morning, Brent. How you doing? And Gloria K. How you doing? There's OG Wheat. How's it going, Coach? Great morning, great people. Yeah, we do have a great community here at the Rain Report, and they're in the bullpen. That's what we call our chat box, and that's where they rumble, stumble, and tumble in each and every morning, and we talk about sports betting, and hopefully we send you on a great, send you to the winner's circle on a great day. Rui Pedro Nagelia, how you doing, Raymond? Once again, great, lovely day in Lisbon, sunny. Let's go get the green. Let's get that cash. Bo Jackson's in the house. Good morning, Breakfast Club, says Bo. And Mitchell Watson, good morning, Ron. Good morning, class. Hey, everybody's bringing their A game today in the bullpen. And Oladi Max, good morning, Uncle Ray. Good morning, Oladi. And right on. No, it looks like we got a good crew coming in right now. And don't forget, folks, share this podcast on your social media. Let's get this thing. Let's get to I think one of our peak numbers is everywhere between 50 to 60, right? We'd love to get that to 100 in the new year, right? That'll be one of my goals. Try to get at least 100 people in the first 3 months of the podcast. But the views are there. The views are there during the day. And again, not everybody can make the podcast during the 10:30 a.m. morning Eastern. And I do appreciate everybody watching on the replay. And if you are watching the replay and you're on a day off or you got a minute, just come in, poke your head into the bullpen, and say good morning to the great, beautiful miracles we have here each and every day in our bullpen, the Rain Report. Hey, the Breakfast Club loyalists. All right, there's a lot of miss you guys, says. All right, so remember I was telling you guys I was working on the 50-pick challenge, right? So I'm going to try something right now to see if this will work. Let me see if I can show you this here. Let me go my browser. All right, let me go to, where is it here? Streamlabs and Stream Desktop. I want to make sure I get this right. The Breakfast Club, Streamlabs Desktop Capture. Let me see if I do this. No, that's not it. What if I do? There we go. All right, so there we go. Here's what I've been doing. So I'm doing a 50-pick challenge, and I'm showing you guys exactly one of the things that I'm working on. Now, I've been saying this for, yesterday I went a little bit of a rant, and I told you guys, okay, there, I can see it right there, but it's you're not seeing the full, let me see, nope, I don't want to do that. All right, so you can't see it completely, but you can see it good enough though. All right, so what I'm doing is, yesterday I talked about the advantage of the sportsbook and the better, right? Now, the when you're playing favorites, you got to win the game and cover the spread. And when you're playing underdogs, you just got to cover the spread, right? So what I'm doing is I'm doing a 50-pick challenge, and I'm taking, every day I do 1 or 2 of my picks, and I'm going to track my selections. And these are the money line picks, and these are the point spread picks. So you can see I'm not playing any favorites when it comes to the underdogs, but I'm going to lay a bit of chalk here, and I'm going to play, and you see this, I took Philly last night, so it's not always going to be favorites, right? So I'm going to pick and choose my spot, pick and choose my right cycles, and as you can see, the PVI cycle right here, neutral, 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 bullish, and neutral. So this is why, I always say proof's in the pudding, right? And I can sit here and, go off and tell you about the Rain Report, and you guys are sitting there going, oh, is this another used car salesman trying to sell them a system, right? Well, no, hopefully I can show you, show and tell day, right? So I'm going to be tracking my 50 picks, and so far, since I started doing this on Boxing Day in Canada, it's what we call I don't think they call it Boxing Day in the States, but I don't know why they do here in Canada. But since the 26th of December, I've been tracking my selections, right? So as you can see right here, We are 4-1 straight up and a profit of 2.73 units. And I'm using the 100 the rule, right? So I'm using the $100 unit. And then right here, 2-0 in my point spread. So I'm going to be keeping track of this. And right now, combined, I'm 6-1 for 4.7 units. And I'll let you know. And the reason why I'm doing this is just an experiment, right? Research and development. And the thing is, when I'm looking at the teams that I'm betting, if they're neutral, bullish. And as you can see, I don't bet on bearish teams. And against the teams I'm facing, look at that. In the first 6 games, neutral, bullish, neutral, bearish, bearish, right? So I'm taking advantage of the teams that are bearish. And here, the same thing. So I'm going to keep track on this, and I'll give you guys an update in the next week on how we're doing with that. But I want to show you that. And again, I just don't sit here and pump the tires all day. I always say you got to prove it. And let me go back here. Let me go to sports betting. There we go. So I just wanted to show you that. So this way you have an idea of what I'm doing. And when I'm talking about my selections on the money line and the point spread, again, when you're betting money line, if you're betting point spread and you're betting favorites, there's 2 things you got to do. And that's the advantage to the sports book. But if you're just betting the point spread, in the favorites, you got to win and cover. And I prefer just to get to the winner's circle, right? All right, I like this segment a lot. Good stuff. Ron says underdog sniper. Yes, Olati, they sure did regress. Let me go back to the first conversation up here. And needs to say to put in my back today. Oh, you got to go get some needles there, Isaiah. Isaiah, I know he's got a bad back. NHL overs were insane last night. Yeah, ever since the NHL came back, I've noticed the overs have really cashed in a lot, right? Probably in the NHL, like Gloria. It seems like the teams that couldn't wait to come back from the holiday break, says Olati. And so lots of goals were scored in the NHL. And there's Miss Denica. Good morning, Miss Denica. But let me know what you think of my system of the 50-pick challenge. And hey, you know what? If you're on board, you should try it yourself and see how you're doing. And let us know how you're making out with that concept, right? All right, so again, today's free horse racing tip sheet of the day. Each and every morning before we start the show, I give out the top tip sheet of the day. And today is Aqueduct Racetrack in New York. So bring your, if you're out in New York and you're going to the track, bring your winter coat because probably cold in New York today. All right, so the first race today at Aqueduct, post time is 12:50, and you're getting 8 races for free just by visiting our website right here at atsstats.com. Go to horses, free tip sheet, and you will get the free tip sheet of the day. All right, so somebody asked me to start with the college football, but I'll do the SBI first real quickly, and then I'll get right into college football. We always start the day with our Dow Jones Industrial look on the market to see what's coming in. And again, if you're new to the Raymond Report, I always take the analogy of the stock market, and I treat it like the same analogy of like the bears, the bulls, and the neutral markets, and the blue chip stocks, the growth stocks, which are teams, and the penny stocks, which are teams below 500. And that's why I label my teams A, B, and C type teams in the Raymond Report betting system. All right, here we go on the 7-day average. Well, look, last night 5-3. Unfortunately, that game in Chicago got canceled between the Spurs and the Bulls. 5-3 straight up for the favorites, but 4-4 against the point spread. So pretty much close right there. 1-7 to the under. I think we're gonna revert back to like the beginning of the season. All the unders coming back. Like I look at the scores last night in the NBA. A lot of double-digit numbers last night. Like look at New York, Detroit. We had that under in that system play I gave you guys. Clippers, Boston, 91-82. That's what happens when you don't have Tatum in the lineup. And then Dallas, Sacramento. Who saw that coming, 94, a total of 219, and you get a 94-95 game. So, you just got to wonder what happened in that game, right? And looking at the 7-day average, 66.7% of the favorites are coming in compared to 46. And this is why I'm doing that 50-pick challenge. Because if I'm winning at 66% compared to 46 on the point spread, guess where I'm going, right? So let's take a look at the NHL right now, and let's see what's come in the National Hockey League the last couple of nights. And so last night, 5-1 for the favorites, 3-3 on the puck line, 3-3 to the over/under. And let's take a look here on the last night. Let me see the over/under. Okay, there you go. You had some low-scoring games last night, 2-1, 3-2. Yeah, the early games were all high-scoring, right? And then the West Coast game, people in bed in the East Coast going, hey, whoa, what happened last night? What happened to those 6 overs we're supposed to have? But on a 7-day average, look at the NHL on the 7-day average. 76.3% of the favorites are cashing in. And this is why, folks, we do this each and every day. Because when you're doing your picks and you're asking yourself, do I like a favorite today? Well, on the 7-day average, you might like it because you're winning 3 out of every 4 bets right now, picking favorites in the NHL. 83.3% of the games have gone over the total in the National Hockey League. But keep in mind, we're just 7-day average. But if you look at the 3-day average, 75%. And so we'll wait another day to get the real 3-day average reading on that. All right, let's take a look at the Bears and Bulls report here for the NBA. And now what I do in the Raymond report system, if you're new to here, I rate my teams A, B, and C. The A-type teams are teams above 60%. So you can see right here, all my A-type teams, those are my top contenders. These are my blue chip teams of the moment for December 30th. And you can see Memphis is the only blue chip team, the only A-type team that is in a neutral cycle right now. Everybody else is in a bullish cycle. And then you got my B-type teams. Now you got a little bit of a rainbow here. You got Cleveland, the only hot team, even though they lost their last game. They are still 5-2 in their last 7 games. And then the Clippers and the Wizards are the only teams that are bearish right now. And if I click on this little button right here, it'll give me the confidence level of all the teams. And we'll see which team is bullish, neutral, and bearish. And what I like to do in this segment is normally I look at, all right, there's New York. But keep in mind, New York, their strength of schedule, the New York Knicks strength of schedule. Let me see here. Do I have it here? In the 36%. So there's a reason why the New York Knicks are in a bullish market, because their strength of schedule is 36%. And you got Cleveland. It's going to be interesting to see. Now they're getting a little bit, Ricky Rubio, I found out yesterday he's got a torn ACL. How is that going to, Ricky Rubio was a great guy off the bench, and now it's going to hurt the, let's see if it hurts the Cleveland Cavaliers in the next, in the new year, right? All right, so then I got their neutral teams right here. These teams are A, B, and C. There's no A-type team. Oh, yeah, Memphis is there, neutral. And then you got some C's and some B's. And then you got Washington Clippers, who are bearish right now. And the other C-type teams, I do expect them to be in the Bear Club. All right, NHL, you can see right here, a lot of alphas right now, a lot of teams above 60% in the NHL right now. When you compare it to the, let me see if I do this. When you compare it to the NBA, I don't know if we can do that, but Carolina, Toronto's, but here's the thing, right? A lot of these teams haven't played in like 10 days, so we'll give this another few days before we really do a deep analysis in some of the cycles that these teams are in right now. But while that is refreshing, I'm going to see here, we got some more people. Oh, there's my good friend Daryl Turner and his other brother Daryl. Like under in the Cavaliers game because Ricky Rubio's ACL injury and Bradley Bills is still out. Yeah, when you're missing your top players like Jason Tatum last night in Boston, that really that was awful. Who's Mizzou? Love the Purdue at +7 says the network. Also likes Wisconsin says Mitchell Watson. Garland is out too for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, that's not good. And is there more? Are you reversing? Miss Denica, she's still smiling. Hey, thanks for the Blues last night. Yeah, that was a nice winner last night with the St. Louis Blues and the Philadelphia Flyers. Loved those two teams last night, and I was able to cash on that. How do you do at YouTube? How do you on YouTube? I don't know what that means. Speak English there, Mitchell. Hey, speak English. Every time I can't read something, that's one of my lines. That's my go-to. All right, let me see here. All right, so here's the bullish teams right now in the NHL. Vancouver, the only C-type team, along with St. Louis. Again, when I do these bullish and bears reports, the Bulls and Bears, I'm looking for B and C. The A-type teams, I expect them to be there. There's Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh hasn't played yet, right? So wow, a lot of neutral teams right now, which is good in the cycle because those from a fair market psychology point of view between you and the bookmaker, that is what I call the best betting opportunity. All right, B. So you got Columbus, Dallas, Edmonton. Edmonton, man, they're really struggling. Hey, where's my Joe Namath prop right there? Edmonton is struggling. And Mike Smith was back in nets between the pipes last night. All right, let's go to your college bowl games. We'll kick it off with the Duke's Mayo bowl game between North Carolina and South Carolina. That's early kickoff. And let me go to my system forecast. And I'm going to use the forecast. I'm not going to use the computer picks. I like the system forecast better. When I was reviewing the yesterday's game, the forecast did pretty good yesterday. And I'm talking straight up. I'm talking winning the game straight up. We look at West Virginia. That was 2 nights ago. Minnesota. We had, even though we lost this one here, 40 Mississippi State and Texas Tech, we did win with the Air Force, 25-22. SMU, that game was canceled. Maryland, we had it, 28-24. Clemson, 25-24. We had that. Oregon, Oklahoma, that was over by halftime. You can hear Rusty in the back playing with his new Kong. He has this Kong, and we put these treats in it, and then he flips the Kong. And if you hear the door rack, it's Rusty just throwing the Kong against the door. So that's hey, that's what happens when you do home podcast, right? You get the animal effects. But Rusty's all right. North Carolina. So today the Tar Heels a 12.5 point favorite. The over/under at 56.5, and we do have North Carolina winning 35-21 against the Gamecocks. 85% chance of winning compared to 19% for South Carolina. In the other game, we got the TransPerfect Music City Bowl in Nashville. So you got the Volunteers taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. Now Tennessee a 7.5 point favorite. Look at the total, 65. And we got the final 34-28, and with the total landing on about what here? 62, 63. So we do like it to go under. 83% chance of winning for Tennessee, and 36 for Purdue. In the other game, we have the Chick-fil-A Bowl, the Peach Bowl, between the Pitt Panthers and the Michigan State Spartans. Now the Spartans a 3.5 point favorite. The over/under here is set at 56.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, or the system forecast likes the Pitt Panthers. Look at that. 29-27, 46.2% chance of winning compared to 37.9. That's based at 188 games. So that is pretty good right there, but only a 49% chance of covering the spread. But this is why I'm saying, if you like Pitt Panthers, if you like Michigan, the thing I don't like about Michigan is you got to win and cover. Where Pitt, you just got to cover the spread, and we do have a 46.2, but we do like the Panthers 29-27. And the Las Vegas Bowl, the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, we do have Wisconsin taking on the Arizona State, the Sun Devils. Hey, Herm Edwards. Hey, you play to win the game, as Herm Edwards would say. And let's say if he's going to win the game today in Las Vegas. And 7.5 point favorite for the Badgers. 41.5 is the total. 2018 is our final score here for Wisconsin. 41.6% chance of winning compared to 35 for the Arizona State Sun Devils. So, and that's only based on 12 and 20 games right there. But we do like Wisconsin to win the game straight up, but only 41.6%. All right, I'll do the other games tomorrow. We got a slew of other games. All right, Ron total for North Carolina. So the total for North Carolina, we have 56.5. And if you round that off, so that's 36, and that's 21. So you got 57. So we do have it going over the total, and I'll check the ATS calculator in just a few minutes. All right, speaking of the ATS calculator, I forgot to bring it up here on the side. So let me do this on this screen right here, and I'll bring it over in a second. And let me see here. Let's go here, and I'll do that while we're here. All right, so let me bring over the calculator right here. This is the ATS calculator, one of our most popular tools in the toolbox. Bit risky, says Mitchell Watson. What's the odds on Mitchell? All right, Ron total. All right, so let me do the first game here. Let's go North Carolina, and I'll use the ATS calculator on this. So we'll go North Carolina against South Carolina. Survey says. All right, we have North Carolina winning 9.5, 54.8. That is the, so what's the line in that game? So North Carolina, 56.8. So we do like it to go over total today in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. All right, the other game, we have Tennessee against Purdue. So let's go the only 10 I see right here against Purdue. And let me see here. We got Tennessee. No, we got Purdue winning. Look at that. 1.18 and 53.6 according to the ATS calculator. And if you look at this, we got a little bit of a conflict here. We have, I thought we had Tennessee winning here. Yeah. But what's the total here? 65. And what do we have on the forecast? We have 53. So maybe the under is where you want to go here today. But keep in mind, the SEC, hasn't been a really great run for the SEC, right? Maybe the Big Ten might get a little bit of respect today. We'll see. All right, let me see here. We got Pittsburgh. Hey, we got the Pitt, the ACC against, Michigan State. All right. And let's see what we have here. Oh, well, not Pennsylvania. We got, what did I say again? Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh right here. Michigan State. Survey says. We have, oh, wow, look at that. We have Pitt winning by 16. I do like Pitt today. I do like Pitt. 61.17. And what's the total in that game? 61.7. And Pitt Panthers, 56. Wow. But you know what? I prefer the Panthers getting plus 3.5. Plus 3.5. All right, let me see here. Wisconsin against Arizona. Against Arizona State. Let's do that. You play to win the game, says Herm Edwards. All right, and we do have, look at that. Wisconsin winning 4.4, 47.1. What's the total in that game? That total is 41.5. Wow. Calculator all over it to the under. So, of all the games here today, if I had to pick one, I think Pitt plus 3.5 would be the game I probably like the most. And if I look at the other games, I don't know. Yeah, that's the one I like the most. All right, so less is more, right? That's one thing I preach all the time here on the Rain Report. Less is more. All right, the line shift in the last hour went from 11 to 12.5, says Mitchell Watson. And, okay, so what do we got on schedule right now? Let's go to the NBA. We'll take a look at the NBA, then we'll do the NHL. But before I do the NBA, let's take a quick look at yesterday's VPP, the value percentage play charts. Let's see how we did. And I think we went 6-2 straight up and against the 7-1 on the forecast. So if you've been following at home and keeping notes, so yesterday we gave out all these the value. So anything in green is bullish, everything in orange is overvalued, red is undervalued, and then yellow is fair market value. But if we looked at the cow went 6-2 yesterday. We lost with Dallas, and we lost with what was the other loss we had here? San Antonio? No. Let me see here. 6-2. Where was the other loss? Boston. Yeah, Boston was the only loss. But if you look at the forecast yesterday, we had 7-1. 7-1 on the forecast. And if you look at some of the system plays, remember we gave out New York yesterday. We liked the under, and we also liked the. If you played all these here, you did pretty well. But we also like. I think Boston was. I think Boston was the only one that didn't do well yesterday against the point spread. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you can see the stats and trends. But 6-2 on the cow, 7-1 on the forecast, and in the NHL, I think we had a pretty good day, 4-2. So if we look at the VPP in the NHL yesterday, the value and percentage play charts, that's what I call the VPP. So you can see here yesterday. And one thing you want to do when you are handicapping, yesterday's game, and you want to take lessons, you want to get better. If you want to get better at sports betting and handicapping, yesterday is a great teacher, right? History is a great teacher. Go, and if you follow the Rain Report, go follow the things. Like I look at the overvalued, right? New Jersey overvalued yesterday, and they won. Florida overvalued, they won. Washington overvalued, they won. St. Louis overvalued, they won. Seattle was overvalued, but they lost. And Vancouver was overvalued, and they won, right? These are things that I look for. Remember, I tell you all the time, you want that 2-for-1 pizza, or you want that $40 deluxe pizza. You might pay a little bit more, but the overvalued pizza sometime is, of all the value edges that I look and trust the most, it's the overvalued. All right, and then I look at the performance cycles, the PVI, and you can see here, New Jersey won, C bearish. You had Florida neutral for 22 days. You had Washington neutral against a bullish team. So neutral. I say it all the time in this show, guys. Neutral. I showed you on my picks that I do. When I pick on neutral teams, think of cycles, right? And remember yesterday I gave you that Bitcoin chart, the top and the bottom. It's the neutral where you want to get at, right? The old Even Steven, a good old Seinfeld episode right there. Bullish for 12 against bearish for 19, St. Louis and Edmonton. Seattle against Philadelphia. Neutral beats a bearish. Hey, Philly, that's why I took Philly yesterday. Neutral 16 days, even though the cow favored the... and sometimes again, when you're handicapping sports, it can't be all analytics. You got to take situational. You got to take player personnel, player performance. A great example is the Boston Celtics last night. You take the top scorer out of Boston, look what happens, right? And then Vancouver against Anaheim, a bullish 19 against a neutral 33 days. That one there stumps me a bit here because I didn't expect Vancouver a C bullish. But the only thing is that, they're bullish for 19 days, but how long has Boudreau been there, right? Since Boudreau's been there, this team has been off the charts. So, again, great exercise to do when you're handicapping. Go back to the previous day on the Raymond Report. Go look at the VPP and get a good analysis on what you missed and maybe what you didn't miss, right? All right, let's go to the NBA and let's take a look at today's VPP. Only 4 games today in the National Basketball Association. And again, if you're looking at all the abbreviations here, over-unders, PVI cycle. Didn't forget today, I put the cycle here. You got the forecast, the CAL, chances of winning. The PVI stands for Parity Value Index. And again, I look at the sports betting market like I do the stock market. Now, we'll look at game number 1. You got Philadelphia taking on Brooklyn. Now, I didn't check the injury report yet. In the morning, what I do is I get the show ready, so I don't have a lot of time to go check out the injury report. But so far, so good for Philly. And for Brooklyn is, what about Kevin Durant? Is he back? Is Kevin Durant back? Said he expects Durant on Thursday. So might get a little bit of KD tonight here in Brooklyn. All right, so Philadelphia taking on Brooklyn. You got good value on the Sixers. You got overvalued with Brooklyn. You got a B neutral of 6 days against an A bullish of 25 days. The chance of winning at Brooklyn, 80%, and the forecast has 111, 106. Now, if you do follow the Raymond Report, 3 things I keep talking about. I talk about value. So you got value on the Sixers, when you got overvalue with Brooklyn. I prefer Brooklyn in this value position. You got the percentage play, 80% against 33%, and the performance cycles right here, the PVI cycles. You got a B team, which tells you it's a team that's between 50 and 59.9% in the standings. They've been neutral the last 6 days. And an A team above 60%, bullish for 25 days. So right here, Brooklyn looks like they're in a good spot here tonight against the Sixers, and you're getting KD back. Milwaukee taking on Orlando. You got an overvalued team in the Bucks against value here with the Magic, plus 13 at home. Totals 217. A bullish for 2 days against C bearish for 75 days. Right there takes me right off that game. Anytime you get a C-type team that's bearish for 75 days, yeah, sayonara, right? I'll see you. We're out of here. 86% chance of winning for Milwaukee compared to 13, and we got a forecast of 117 to 102. So we got them winning by 15 points. Cleveland against Washington, plus 3.5 is for the Cavaliers. Now keep in mind, Rubio now out for the year. It's just, when I see Cleveland, losing their last game, losing Garland tonight, you're losing Rubio. Hey, where's that old Jim Rome soundbite he used to do, right? Remember Jim Rome's soundbite? That's what I feel like what's happening right now with Cleveland. And Washington, overvalued tonight. Adam, listen at plus 2. And you got a B bullish team in Cleveland against a B bearish team in the Washington Wizards. Now, keep in mind, Cleveland's personnel situation is one reason why I'll be off this game, just to see until they play better, until I see them play, right? 60% chance of winning on the Wizards, and 108, 103 is my line and forecast tonight on that game. Golden State taking on Denver. Now, this is a revenge factor game for Golden State. They were missing a couple of players last game, so let's see if all right, the Draymond, he missed last game, right? Let me see here. So he's still out. Damian Lee's out. Thompson's out. Wiseman's out. Curry, Poole, Wiggins, Kuminga, and Looney against Morris, Barton, Gordon, Green, and Joker. All right, Nikola Jokic. So looking at this game, both teams got good value. A bullish for 23 days. B neutral for 30 days. So you got 2 good cycles here. And now you got a team that just beat the other team. Now, if you remember at halftime, Denver was winning by, I don't know if it was 63-33 or 53-33. My eyes were going. I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see the score. But the final score finished by 3, right? Golden State came back. Now, B neutral against A bullish. 52% chance of winning for Golden State. 108, 105 is the final that I have. And let me see what Bookmaker has for money line. Let me see what they have on the money line. Just bear with me 1 second. I'll bring up my bookmaker odds up, my money line odds. And let me see here. Bookmaker, Golden State, 173. Yep, that's -4 now. I do like that, -173. So I think, bullish for 23 days coming off a loss. I think that I wouldn't say it's a great value play, but it's something in consideration. Maybe have a lean with it. All right, speaking of Golden State, I do have a system on display here tonight that you guys might want to check out. Look at this. Anytime you got a road favorite of 3.5 to 6, and they're playing on Thursday versus a conference opponent, and that team allowed 86 to 90 points against in their last game. And, Thursday is a very popular main headline game. I would say the last 5 years? Thursdays like that. Normally there's 3 to 5 games on a Thursday, but there's normally those marquee games. So Thursdays to me are good, good matchup nights. And look at that, Golden State is not Golden State, but any team that's 3.5 to 6 point road favorite on Thursday against conference opponent, and they allowed 86, 90 points against. Not good against the point spread. This is why the money line 20-5 straight up looks pretty good in my books. And then I do, if you want to see the other one, I do have another system here you can get at atsstats.com. And I do have some 5 NBA trends that you can review by going to our website, atsstats.com. Look for the Joker picture. And once you click on it, scroll right down and you'll be able to see all the trends. I gotta make you guys come to the website sometime, right? I just can't sit here and be a pretty face. Remember, I told you guys I got a face for radio. Hey, I know Sniper likes that line. I got a face for radio, so I know you're not here watching me for my rain report. But yeah, check out atsstats.com and you can get, if you're interested in more system trends. I got one right here, and I got 5 NBA team trends for you guys. All right, that is let me see here. Oh yeah, before I wrap up, we'll go to the money management segment. But let me see what you guys are saying right now in case, man, you guys are chatting a mile a minute out there. I love it. There's Rick Ruler, the double O car. Good morning, Rick. Sorry I'm late. Just got back from the casino. Hey, I hope you live in Europe, Rick, because if you're coming back from the casino at 10:30 in the morning, hey, you can fit right here in my chair because you're somebody I want to hang around with. Hey. Characters. That's what I love, gamblers. They're characters. Hey, Rick says, sorry I'm late. I just got back from the casino. Hey, 10:30 in the morning. You can bunk with us anytime, Rick. Asham Mendez, just books taking more money, says Asham Mendez. All right, I must have missed the beginning of that conversation. I had a feeling Tar Heels game would be over, says NFL Scouts will be there. Tennessee Volunteers too, says Daryl Turner and his other brother Daryl. Gloria K. I went through 2 black books of notes. Need a new black book for the new year. Right on, Gloria K. And what are you taking your coffee? 1 cream, 1 sugar? Hey, somebody top off Gloria's coffee right there for the Breakfast Club. Max knows best. I'm going to take the Lightning with the points. It's getting close to the playoff, and that's the teams that start playing better. Says Max knows bets. All right, I'm going to take the Lightning with the points. The Lightning with the points. What Lightning are you talking? You talking about Tampa Bay? We're still halfway through the season there, Max. Hey, unless I'm missing a sport here. All right, Pittsburgh Panthers will even without Pickett's playing. Oh, okay. That see, this is why we do the bullpen reports. So if Pickett's not playing, and you know what, I did remember him saying that. So yeah, if no Pickett, then no play. I don't like, and this is why I'm not betting college football. If you're a member of ATS and you're saying, hey, Ron doesn't give out a college football play, it's too unpredictable. Every day you wake up, there's a bowl game canceled, COVID players can't play, this guy's holding out. I might as well just take a dart and take a shot, because I probably have as much chance as winning doing that system than spending 3 hours handicapping a game and get the rug pulled under you, right? So that's why I'm not betting. If you're a member and you're wondering, hey, where's your picks? I don't have any college football picks this year. It's just too unpredictable. And if you do want the forecast, that's what I would recommend you guys watch. Let me see here. Did you spend the night there? Says Gloria K. No, I live a few miles from there. Where do you live, Rick? Hey, I'll be interested to see where Rick lives. Maybe we'll go party with Rick at the casino. Hey, wouldn't that be a great time? We all meet up one day and we go, you know what I love? Eventually, when we get out of this COVID crap, I would love to do a weekend, like a golf weekend and just, casino weekend and poker weekend, right? How much fun would that be? We all meet up somewhere and play some golf. You gotta play golf. You gotta play golf. Can't just sit around and play. Hey, can't just sit around and play poker and watch people smoke cigars all days, right? And we gotta. That would be a good fun time to have. All right, haven't looked much. Says let me see here. Situation is a good strategy. Bo Jackson likes the Knicks, the Panthers, Devils, and Hornets. Took care of me last night, and he's shown his 4 big bags of cash. Good on you, Bo. Hey, Bo knows. What else there? If you are feeling a little risky, take Arizona State, says Daryl Turner over Wisconsin. Man, you guys are bringing your A game today. I love it. Hey, this is what the when we set out to do this show, this is exactly what we're hoping would happen, right? You guys would post a lot and people will interact, and maybe we'll get a good golf tournament going, eh? Any golfers in the I know Gloria Kay's. I want to make sure Gloria Kay's in my foursome if she brings her son, right? Because her son's a PGA player. So yeah, if Gloria Kay, we do a golf tournament, hey, Gloria, tell your son he's in our foursome. Best ball. All right, let me see here. I like Denver, says Rui. Joker, everyone will be on Golden State, but I like Denver and the points, says Rui Pedro Nagueria from Lisbon, Portugal. What's your favorite trend, Ron? My favorite trend. What's my favorite trend? Are you talking about like today overall? Here's the thing with trends, right? Trends could be your friends or they can be your enemy. And to me, trends are just an indicator of situational teams in the past. And I think when I look at trends, it all depends. I'll give you a good example. A trend like the San Francisco 49ers compared to a trend like the Buffalo Bills in November, December, those are the type of trends that I would, probably look at, right? When San Francisco's coming off a win, totals between 41 and 44, and coming off 2 ATS, or 2 unders in sunny San Francisco in December compared to the same situation in Buffalo in December. 2 different things, right? But those are the types of things that I look in trends. A lot of plays into the weather and the environment of where those teams come. Pittsburgh's the same thing. But trends, I can take trends, take them or leave them, right? But I prefer systems. Now, when I'm talking systems, I'm talking like this is a system and this is a trend, right? System is when any NBA team that's minus 3.5 to 6 as a road favorite compared to when the Bucks, like if I look at this one right here, this is a trend and that's a system. The trend is the Milwaukee Bucks are 19-1 when they're a 10 or more away favorite versus conference opponent the last 7 years. That's a trend. That's a pretty good trend too, right? So those are the difference between trends and systems. All right, let me see here. They have a nice golf course. Hey, they have a nice golf course. Where did Rick say he's from? Indiana. All right, on. You can hang with me anytime. Belterra Casino, says Rick Ruler, the double O car. Hey, Rick Ruler is our NASCAR guy. I know. I see the name Rick Ruler, I think of a NASCAR driver. Eh? And I asked him the other day, and he says, if I ever get a car, it'd be a double O. That would be my. Surprised it wouldn't be 007 or something, or Snake Eyes. All right, Prince Basket, best play. Curry over 20 points. I think he's going to be upset. And, we'll be there, Ron, for sure, says Gloria Kay and her golfing son. Awesome. That's, hey. Well, might as well, if we're going to do a Raymond Report golf tournament, might as well bring a ringer. Hey. I don't know. It's a good day today, right? We're having a good day. It's some good positive vibes. I'm getting some good vibes today in the bullpen. All right, let's go to the NBA. And let's take a look at the money management system. Now, what I do in this segment is I let you know, I don't tell you which game to play, which team to pick on. I just let you know if I'm going to bet this game from a money management point of view, if I would bet 1 to 5 units on this game. Now, I'm going to come up with a chart over the next, maybe this weekend, and I'll have it ready for next week. And it's going to be a money management chart, how to use the Raymond Report system. Remember, I was telling you guys, my wife with a good idea. Give them a GPS on how to use the Raymond Report. So you got a neutral team against a bullish team, but you got a B against an A. But because you have a neutral team in a cycle here and they're B, this would be a 2-unit play for me in this game right here. A against a C. Again, using my reference from yesterday, top of the mountain, bottom of the mountain scenario, I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole because you got an A against a C, and minus 14, no thanks. And can you trust a team like Orlando? No, thank you. Cleveland against Washington. Now, again, Cleveland, wait-and-see approach because of the injury situation and the COVID situation. Oh, Garland's out, and now no Ricky Rubio. A B against a B, but you got a bullish against a bear, and I'm not touching that game either. And then you got Golden State, Denver. It's almost similar to this one, right? You got an A against a B, and you got a neutral against a bullish. This would be maybe a 2-unit play for me on this game right here. This would probably be a 2-unit play on Denver and Golden State. So the 2 games that I would bet on today would be Philly, Brooklyn, and Golden State, Denver, using the money management system that we've developed here at the Rain Report. All right, that is the NBA. Let's go to the NHL. How we doing on time, Sniper? Hey, Sniper, you got to keep me on track here. You got to let me know if we're getting close to that hour. I can't let the show go too much past an hour because then I start losing views here. All right, let's go to the today's VPP, the value and percentage play chart for the National Hockey League. Now, we do have 7 games on tap today in the Bettman circuit. You got Nashville taking on Columbus. Now, Nashville, what a game last night between the Capitals and the Predators. Like, man, I don't know who pissed and who's cornflakes yesterday in that game, but man, there were some pretty testosterone was building up. Maybe the Capitals and the Nashville Predators didn't like the gifts that they got for Christmas, and they took it out on each other last night because, man, it was pretty feisty. It was nice to see Borieski, former Ottawa center. One thing I love about Boro is that he'll always stick up for his teammates, right? And Chris Neil was the same way. 2 of my favorite players right there, Chris Neil and Borieski. All right, so Nashville against Columbus. You got a overvalued team in Nashville against Columbus, who hasn't played yet. A bullish against B bearish. 53% chance of winning for Nashville, and we have 3.04, 2.62 favoring the Preds. Montreal taking on Carolina. Now, the goaltending situation in Montreal is pretty, the COVID situation in Montreal is pretty bad. Let me see. Montembeault, is he still going to be the goalie tonight? Yep, against Antti Ranta of the Carolina Hurricanes. And value on the Canadians, but C bearish for 54 days. Montreal is like the Orlando Magic right now of the NBA, of the NBA, right? Of the NHL. Montreal, Orlando, same type of scenario. C bearish, 54 days. A bullish, 14 days. But 56% chance of winning tonight for Carolina. 3.01, 2.62 is the forecast. The game of the night will be at the BB&T Center in Florida between the Lightning and the Florida Panthers. Now, you got to give the Florida Panthers credit. They played a very physical game last night against the Rangers. Again, another game that had a lot of emotion. Oh, man, Hornquist, that guy. Hey, doesn't Hornquist looks like the guy in that you just don't want to mess with? He's probably like the guy who picks on everybody, right? But Hornquist is like Claude Lemieux. You hate playing against him, but you love the fact that he's on your team, right? That's probably a great analogy. Hornquist is exactly the same type of player Claude Lemieux was, right? And you're just happy he plays for you. Now, you're getting good value on both these teams. Now, you don't get Tampa Bay as an underdog much in this year, right? And when I look at the stats here, and I forgot to look at this on the other game, but I'll bring it up here now. So when you look at Tampa Bay, so we're looking at the A bullish for 26 days, A neutral for 23, and you look at the chance of winning, 58% chance of winning compared to 51 for Tampa Bay. 3.05 for the Lightning, 3.22 for the Florida Panthers. Now, you're getting good value on both these prices here tonight, but the one thing with Florida, they're tough at home. 14-3 straight up, but Tampa Bay, one of the best road records. They're 10-5 on the road. I wonder if that's the best road record in the NHL. Let me take a look here. Let's go to ATS team standings, and then we'll bring up the NHL. So let's see who has the best road record in the NHL. Carolina, Calgary, the Rangers, Vegas, and Tampa Bay ranked fifth. Ranked fifth, and the best home team in the NHL, Florida Panthers. So, man, this will be a great. You know what? Tampa Bay, Florida has been turning into a great. That's like the new Quebec and Quebec-Montreal rivalry right now. Remember Detroit, Colorado? Man, there's been some great rivalries in the past, right? But this is turning into be like one of the good ones right now. A bullish against an A neutral. 58% chance of winning for Florida. 51 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. This one here comes down to goaltending, and Vasilevsky should be back. Or is he back here tonight? I know maybe he's not back tonight. No, Max Lagacé. Wow. against, I wonder if Bobrovsky will be back. Anyway, you want to check out the goaltending situation. Without Vasilevsky, this is going to be tough for Tampa Bay. Buffalo taking on the Islanders. Now, the Sabres losing last night to New Jersey, and they're undervalued here tonight against the Islanders. But the Islanders, man, they're struggling. 8-18 on the year, 2-8 in the new barn, while Buffalo is 4-10 on the road. You have a Sea Bears team, another Orlando situation. Sea Bears for 56 days. They beat Montreal by 2 days. And a Sea Neutral for 14 days. Islanders, 60% chance of winning compared to 39. 3.2 to 2.5 favoring the Boatmen. Calgary taking on the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken losing last night to Philadelphia. 3-2 was the final. And fair market value here. You don't see a lot of fair market value when I do the value report, but we do have one here in Calgary against an undervalued Seattle team. And Seattle right now, 6-10 at home and 10-20 on the year. They're on a 3-game losing streak. You got a B neutral Calgary team, neutral for 23 days, and Sea Bears for 17. But Calgary hasn't played in a long time, so it might be a little bit of rest tonight. And who should be between the pipes tonight for the Flames? Look for Jacob Markstrom against Chris Driedger of the Seattle Kraken, who played for the Panthers last year. All right, yeah, he was disappointing. Remember Driedger last year in the playoffs? Man, I really thought he was going to be the guy after Bobrovsky. Like, Bobrovsky looked shaky in the later end of the season, and I thought Driedger would come in there. But when you give somebody, there's no Steve Pennies this time around, right? Remember Steve Penny, the Habs comes in there. Nobody knows about Steve Penny. Next thing you know, they're winning a Stanley Cup. There's no Steve Penny last year for Florida. Calgary taking on Seattle. We said that. Sea Bears for 17 days. 46% chance of winning today for Calgary compared to 45% for Seattle. 2.9 to 2.7. So it does might have some value here for the Calgary Flames. And Calgary on the road this year, not a bad record. In fact, Calgary is Jekyll and Hyde. And I say Jekyll because when they're on the road, they're 11-6, but they hide at home at 4-7. Vancouver taking on the LA Kings. Now, Vancouver, still a hot team. They've won 7 in a row under Bruce Boudreau, and they are now 6-9 on the road. But the LA Kings, they're coming off a loss in their last game. And let me see here. Overvalued Kings. Look at that. And the thing is, Vancouver's doing it as a dog, right? So good on Vancouver. Minus 141. The performance cycle for the Kings. C neutral for 22 days. Against C bullish for 20 days. So, you know my rule with streaks, right? Three games you can talk me in and out of it. 4 games, hold the rope, get on the bus. And I don't think I'd touch this game because of the situation with Vancouver. You got to wait till they lose a couple. 58% chance of winning for LA, 3.1 to 2.6, and keep in mind C on C type crime here tonight. And the last game of the evening, Philadelphia San Jose. Minus 147 is the value index here on or good value here on the Sharks. I had them listed at minus 169, and you're getting fair market value on the Flyers. Back-to-back game situation for Philly. C neutral, 17 days. B neutral, 2 days. And you got 58% chance of winning compared to 38 for the Sharks. 3.01. San Jose at home this year. 8-8 compared to 6-9 for the Flyers on the road. And you got a C against a B. And when Philly plays those B-type teams, they are 3-4, and San Jose 8-5 against C-type teams. All right, there you have it. Oh, we see a birthday. Ball Cash, happy birthday, Ball Cash. Early birthday. Is his birthday today? Is Ball Cash birthday today? If so, happy birthday, Ball Cash. Glad that you're part of the Ram Report. I stopped at the liquor store on the way home. True story, says Rick Ruler. Too early, Rick. Hey, too early. Get back in the 00 car, get back to the casino. Too early to be going to the liquor store this early in the morning. But take the over. Buffalo Bills, Buffalo goalie, terrible. Subban allows a lot of goals. Oh, is he in Nets tonight? Yeah, Malcolm Subban, PK's brother. Yeah, not having a stellar career, right? Been the late training. Here I am, though. My birthday tomorrow, so I'm go hard today. Pearls, baby. Oh, his birthday's tomorrow. Good stuff, Ball Cash. So Ball Cash was hitting the gym. Hey, getting his pump on right there. Hey, got to get that birthday pump going, right? Got to get that birthday pump going there, Ball Cash. Ball Cash is from the ATL. And, so welcome again, everybody. And thanks for hanging your hat here at the Rain Report. We'll make sure we got some maybe some. Have to find a way to get a virtual cake sent to Ball Cash tomorrow. All right, Flyers puck line. Canucks love the Calgary, says C Gunner. Yeah, I like Calgary too, Gunner. I think Calgary looks like a good play. All right, what do we got on deck here? Let's go to the ATS forecast. The computer. ATS calculator. I'll get that out there. Hey, struggling. 54 minutes. Not bad. Not a bad day. That's because, not a lot of games in the NBA, right? Normally when there's a lot of games in the NBA, we ramble on a little longer. All right, let's do the, speaking of NBA, let's do those 4 games. Hey, let's go Philadelphia. Sixers against the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, not Orlando. It does that sometimes, eh? All right, so Philadelphia against Brooklyn. Survey says. I'm going to write this down. So we got Brooklyn 3.1, 6-1, sorry, and 2.0464. All right, so it likes it to go under the total, way under the total. All right, so the computer ATS calculator sees a very low-scoring game. Milwaukee, the Bucks against Orlando. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the money management. I'll do that right after this. Milwaukee against Orlando. 13. Look at that, eh? Tell me the calculator's not on the number today. 13.8 and the line's 13. And 215.2. Man, the calculator right on the number right there. And it likes it to go under. Let's take a look at Cleveland. Cleveland against Washington. And we got the away team winning by 11.19 and 210.1. And then we got Golden State, Denver, eh? This is the game of the night. Golden State against Denver. And we do have the Warriors winning by 9. Wow, I like the Warriors tonight. I think the money line might be worth it. 207.54. All right, let me go back to my my system here. Let's go to the DM. Did I give out the... Okay, so if you want some betting trends on the NHL, I got some trends here on the NHL. I'll give you a couple of them right now. The Islanders 10-1 as a home favorite versus Atlantic Division opponent the last 2 years. And the over, look at that, 20-2-1 for San Jose as a home favorite, coming off a home win as a favorite the last 3 years. So nice over trend tonight on the Sharks. All right, let me go to the daily MVI. This is the money management system. And this is where I determine how many units I would place on a game, depending on the cycle the teams are in, right? Again, to me, when you're betting hockey, NBA, anything, it's all about cycles, where a team is in the season during a cycle, and it tells me, how many units I should bet on them. Nashville, Columbus, you got an A against a B. To me, that's a no play for me. And again, when I do this, guys, I'm not telling you which team to pick. I'm just letting you know if I think it's a good game to bet on, and if I do, I'll tell you how many units I would wager. Nashville, Columbus, I don't think it's a good game. You got a bullish against a bearish, an A against a B. So not from a cycles point of view, not a good game to bet on. Montreal, Carolina, again, two polar opposite, not a good game to bet on. Here's the game of the night to bet on. Tampa Bay, Florida. You got an A against an A. This would be a 2-unit play, maybe a 3-unit play. I think this would be maybe a 3-unit play on this game, Florida or Tampa Bay. I think that's a good game to bet on. You got Islanders against Buffalo, C on C. That would be a 1-unit play on either teams. You got Calgary against Seattle, a B against a C. That would be a 1-unit play, maybe on Calgary. You got LA, Vancouver. Because Vancouver's streak, I don't like to bet, but if on against hot teams. But this would because LA's in a neutral situation. Anytime I got a yellow neutral team, minimum it's a 1-unit play. So I think this could be a good wager for LA or Vancouver. I think there's a lot of value in the Kings, but they're overvalued here tonight against a hot team that's bullish. And then you got Philly, San Jose, a C against a B. This would be a 2-unit play. This would probably be a 2, maybe a 3. Maybe a 3-unit play, Philly and San Jose. I think there's some good value here on this game as well. All right, there you have it, folks. That is the money management system plays of the day. That's what, if you're thinking about which games to bet on, the NBA, NHL, I just gave you the money management. And again, if you're interested in my hockey picks, you can always follow me at hockeypicks.com. Go to Top Pickers, look for Ronnie Ray, the old Hall Olympic logo, click on Follow My Picks, And if you like basketball, same scenario. Go to most followed. Look for the Jordan logo down here. Ron Raymond. Follow my picks. And streetcatcher.com. Don't forget, you can play each and every day. Win some cash at streetcatcher.com. A-ball cash. Speaking of cash, you can get some birthday cash money right here. Go to streetcatcher.com. And, our streaker Metalhead lost yesterday. And, I'm on a 4-game win streak. So you might want to follow Ottawa right here at streetcatcher.com. All right, did I get all the business out of the way right here? I think I did. All right, folks, it's been a good show today. I like today was some good energy today. You guys brought your A game, Everybody brought their A game, and Rubio for Cavs was such a big loss. He's my favorite player. He was such a factor. Says Snowy Pancake 306. I agree. He is a great player, and he was great off the bench for the Cavaliers. But now let's see what happened, right? And you feel bad for a guy, an older guy like Ricky Rubio. Obviously Cleveland. Well, who knows this year, right? Can you really tell me who's going to win in the NBA this year? It's unpredictable. It's like the NFL. All right, there you have it, folks. That is the Raymond Report in a nutshell. And 59 minutes. We did pretty good today. And if you're interested in my premium picks, my best bets, you can get them each and every day right here at atsstats.com. Today is a full Friday show. And today we talk pucks and hoops, and along with some college bowl picks. And tomorrow is a Freaky Friday, I was gonna Giddy Up Friday. I was gonna change the name to Fridays to Giddy Up Fridays. Normally it's a football Friday, but we will do a bit of football once your football season's over. Got to come with a new nickname. I thought Giddy Up Fridays was pretty good. All right, that's it. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Get the old Johnny Carson hook and take me out of here. Thanks for tuning in each and every day to the Raymond Report. Again, folks, don't forget you can share this podcast on your social media by clicking the share. And share it on your Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you are new to the Raymond Report, make sure you subscribe to our channel by clicking that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or a subscribe button below the video. And every time, what I normally like to do is I like to get the next day's show out early, and you can come back and set the reminder. So this way, whenever we go in the air, you get a little reminder. All right, folks, have yourself a great day. And as always, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here on a Giddy Up Friday. Giddy up.